Boom, we are live, ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls. I hope you guys are having a fantastic week, wherever you may be and however you may be listening. I have an awesome show for you guys today. We are going to be checking out recent 2023 power forward slash center commit, Owen Freeman, and I will be giving you guys a nice little evaluation and analysis, as well as diving into the recruiting rankings, what it means for the Iowa basketball team, the whole 9 yards. This is a nice, fun video to do while Iowa football recovers from their suffocating loss to Purdue, and they are, in fact, on a bye week. But before we get into any of that, I want to mention going to 247hawkeye.com. But the main thing is be sure to hit that subscribe button. It really means a lot when you guys do that. As I've told you guys in the past, once a channel hits 1,000 subscribers and has 4,000 hours of watched hours from you guys, then the channel can be monetized. And the channel does indeed have 4,000 watched hours, but we are right just under the 1,000 subscribers needed. And as you guys can see here, 85.1% of you guys who watch the content are not subscribed. If that were to go down just 5%, man, we would be well over 1,000 subscribers. I do also want to mention, I am going to hear some takers who want to sponsor the show. So if you have a business or are in a position in a company or whatever, where you want to help out the show and sponsor, you guys can shoot me an email. I have an email in the description. And last but not least, if you want to support the channel, I have a PayPal link in the description. And without further ado, let's get into this. So here we go, guys. Here we go. Owen Freeman is 6'10" and 220 pounds. And like I said, he is in the 2023 recruiting class. And it's a nice get by the Iowa Hawkeyes. They went into the state of Illinois, and I would say the biggest area that Iowa goes to in basketball, not football. Well, it's actually football too in certain regards, but basketball specifically, where they recruit the most would be the state of Iowa, the state of Illinois, and probably the New Hampshire area, because there's a lot of prep schools around New Hampshire. But Iowa hasn't had a ton of success in the state of Illinois getting high caliber recruits out of that state, because there's a lot of competition. There's Illinois, there's DePaul, there's Northwestern, there's a lot of competition. So the fact that Iowa was able to go in here and snag Owen Freeman is good. It's also good that he's a big guy. Iowa, since the beginning of the Fran McCaffrey era, he immediately went and looked for his type of big man. He likes big men that can run the floor, that can defend, or are very, very skilled offensively, and obviously all the above. Now, we're going to take a look and see where Owen Freeman is at on that. But it is, the bottom line is, for Fran McCaffrey, he has had much more success at recruiting big fellas. If we look at Jared Utoff, Aaron White, Adam Woodbury, Luka Garza, Gabe Olashaney, than probably the guard position, which is why the Iowa basketball program has had such a fast resurgence. As you guys can see here, he is now, I'm not big on the composite rankings. Okay. I'm not big on rankings in general when I'm doing my analysis. But when I do look at the rankings, what I look at more is just the individual ranking. For example, the 247 sports individual ranking, not the composite. However, with that being said, Owen Freeman is one of the highest ranked composite guys since probably the year 2000. Let me see if I can find it here and show you guys what I'm talking about. If we go here and you guys can look up the commitments on 247 Sports, and the ranking system started, I would say, around 2002, 2003. Rivals And the first recruiting class was the LeBron James recruiting class for basketball, or one of the first ones. So we don't, this is obviously not all time, but in the last 15 plus years, 20 years, this going back to 2006, this is Iowa's highest ranked guys that have chosen to play for Iowa. And as you guys can see, most of them are under the Fran McCaffrey era. Adam Woodbury, Joe Wieskamp, Tyler Cook, Pat McCaffrey, all highly ranked. And if we go a little further down here at number 8, Owen Freeman, right here, right after Mike Gazelle and Matt Gatens. Now, I do expect that number to go down slightly, but it also could go high. Owen Freeman might get a bump in the rankings, but I do suspect that at least in the short term, when all the rankings are put together, if he doesn't see a rise, that composite ranking will go down, games, because your finger might get caught in the thing. And definitely in water polo, we were not allowed in water polo, before every match, especially at the collegiate level, they always checked our fingernails to see that they weren't too long. Nice high release right there. I want to go back to that real quick. That is a pretty dang good highlight right there. Because he caught this at the 3-point line. Okay. He catches this at the free 3-point line and has basically a guard or a wing move before draining it in this kid's face. That's big time. That's big time. It's pretty good handles for a 6'10" guy. Good pump fake. Wow. Very calm, cool, and collected in that move right there. He didn't rush it. He got exactly to where he wanted to get on the court with virtually zero pushback. He likes the spin move. That's 2 moves now that we've seen from him, catching it on the wing and making a move and getting to the rim. I'm trying to think back to Iowa big guys that were able to do that. Aaron White was 6'8", and Jared Utoff was 6'8", 6'9", and they could do that, but they weren't post guys. Gabriel Olaseni, maybe he could do that. Luka Garza definitely could, but he didn't do it as much just because he wasn't as athletic. Adam Woodbury certainly did not do that. Certainly did not do that. All right, let's go back. Nice. Wonder if he was a little injured during this. He looks to, well, whatever. It's good steal. I am going to switch the highlights because this is kind of more scrimmage, and I want to see him. I want to see some highlights with a much more live feel to it. Wow. Nice dunk. All right, last play here. They love doing the in between the legs. Pick and pop. Pick and pop. All right, let's watch this one. These are his sophomore season highlights. So obviously, he has much more of a man body. He's filled out, which is important to note. I mean, he still has a lot of maturation to go. And it is important to note that these are his sophomore highlights because, and I always say this to you guys, the growth process, both physically and mentally, but mainly physically, that somebody does from their sophomore to their junior year to their senior year to the freshman year in college is so big. It really is. Good pass. That's 2 steals I've seen him get now. Could you guys picture Luka Garza taking it coast to coast like that? I don't think I could. I don't think I don't think he would steal a ball like this right here. What's about to happen? Boom. Well, that's a little late. Anyways. Yeah, he's very skilled big guy. Very skilled big guy. The problem is that because, he is so tall that, he's 6'10", that a lot of the highlights we see are going to be passes to him as opposed to him operating on the wing. That's all right. He moves very well for a 6'10" guy. Very well. Or at the very least, good enough. At the very least, good enough. Ah! Hey, Owen, if you could give me a retweet, that'd be sweet, dude. Real quick, on that note, a lot of the Iowa players have given me retweets and shout outs, which is pretty cool. There we go. That's what I want to see. He can shoot it. I mean, that is I've talked to you guys about this before. Wasted motion. There was zero wasted motion. He got it in the pocket, raised up with zero weird movement. It was very fluid. Just here in the pocket, up, stroke. Yeah, that's good. That was a good looking shot. All I need to see is an ability to do this, because again, he's only a sophomore. He's still growing. All I need to see is an ability to do that, the possibility of that particular skill with more time and development growing. Wow. That was a really good finish. Really good finish. He does have, for a 6'10" guy, he does have excellent body control, because with taller guys, what you see is either one, they're very stiff, or two, they So they're either stiff and mechanical, or two, they're just kind of slow, or slower with their body movement. And it's hard for them to have a move like that. All right. Couple more seconds of this. Yeah, he dunks it, no problem. Ooh, wow. With the contact. Yeah, I like this guy's game a lot. I really do. All right. All right, let's go back to this. Maybe we can see, I don't know, him shooting the ball a little bit more. Because I don't want to just see him dunking it. I want to see some other stuff. Good bounce pass. Hey, you. Good finish, dog. Hey, you. Good finish, dog. Ooh. Okay, more dunks. All right, I'm gonna end it here. That's good enough for me. Let's go back. Well, let's go to my profile. As you guys can see, 85.1% of you guys are not subscribed that are watching the content. So subscribe. All right, guys. Analysis and evaluation. He has excellent height. He might still grow. And even if he doesn't, he's still obviously tall enough. His body is going to fill out as he stops growing this way. He will grow outwardly. But as far as his game goes, I was very impressed with his body control and the explosiveness at his size. He's probably somewhere in between Gable Ashaney, who was crazy athletic at 6'10", and Luka Garza. Okay. Luka Garza was way more athletic than people gave him credit for. But Luka Garza had excellent body control, which is what Owen has. So he's somewhere in between both of them. He, probably a little bit more, well, not a little bit, but Adam Woodbury, well, he's in between Luka Garza and Gable Ashaney. Okay. I was very impressed by the body control, the 3-point shot he showed, and the mid-range shot he showed. He has virtually zero wasted motion in his jumper. One thing I like to see from guys shooting the ball is the follow through, keeping the follow through up. It's something young guys are taught in hoops from day one, to freeze the follow through. Boom. And that is something I saw. He was able to handle the ball very well for 6'10" guy. It's obvious that he is not, a big man that can only run the floor and can only basically defend and post up. That's not what it looks like to me. His ranking seems valid. I think he will rise up the rankings as he gets more views towards his game. Overall, Iowa fans, this is an excellent pickup. Iowa has their big man for the 2023 recruiting class, and I think they should be very pleased with the commitment. They went into the state of Illinois and took out one of the top 5 players in the state, and that is always very, very good. And I got to say, if I were to give of the past Iowa big men that Iowa has had, I would say his offensive game reminds me of Luka Garza, can do a little bit of everything. Obviously, Luka Garza is a once in a million, but he's very skilled for a 6'10" kid. So we'll see how he develops. We'll see what happens in a year from now. Maybe I'll come back and revisit his highlights and check it out. But for now, I'm very impressed, and Iowa got a good one. I'm very impressed with the talent Iowa has been able to take in the past couple of years. All right, guys, thank you guys so much for listening. Be sure to go to 247hawkeye.com. I really do appreciate it. It's not about me. It's about you guys. You guys are what makes this possible. Again, I really do hope you guys consider subscribing. Once I get to 1,000 subs, I can finally monetize this channel. Well, not finally. I mean, I've only been doing this channel for 4 months, but that will be nice. And I am going to listen to people who want to sponsor the show. I've had a couple of offers so far. So if you are interested in sponsoring the show, I do have an email link in the description. Just shoot me an email and I will get back to you. I would prefer to sponsor an Iowa business because I'm an Iowa fan. I would love to sponsor an Iowa business and show my love and appreciation to the state that way. All right, guys. Again, thank you guys so much for listening. You guys are awesome. Check back in for the post and the pregame show that I do for Iowa football and will be doing for Iowa basketball. Tune in for the Iowa basketball preview, which I will be dropping soon. But without further ado, ladies and gentlemen, DBAP, don't be a pussy willow. In fact, your feelings don't matter. Love y'all. Go Hawks. Bye.